The Tree of Fates. Anya and I have been together for a long time. I'm a homebody, a creature of habit, work, commute, dinner, the occasional weekend. Romance never seemed to fit into that rhythm. One evening, as casually as if she'd made up her mind long ago, Anya said, "Let's go into the forest." The forest it was. We dug a nearly new tent out of the garage, packed our backpacks, grabbed some simple groceries, and by evening we were on the road. The highway stretched ahead in a smooth ribbon until Anya asked me to turn left, then left again. Pavement gave way to dirt, fields, and sparse woods rolling by outside the window. At the edge of a dense woodland, she said simply, "Here." We left the car at the roadside and followed a barely there path. The forest welcomed us with a scent of damp leaves and rich, earthy undergrowth. Red berries gleamed on the edges of the trail, grass clicked softly with crickets, and a bird called deep within the trees. Anya walked lightly, listening, as if tuning in to something almost silent. "Hear that?" she asked. "What?" "Water. There's a river below." And indeed, the path led us downhill. Through the bushes shimmered the glassy surface of a stream. A sandy patch by the water seemed perfect. We pitched the tent, lit a fire. Dusk fell softly. The sky paled, the river bank slipped into gentle twilight, and the flickering flames danced on the rocks. We sat in silence, and silence needed no words. Anya went to the tent first. I lingered by the fire, watching the coals glow. I stepped away toward the trees, then returned, and froze. An old man with long silver hair now sat by the fire. He warmed his hands over the flames and looked into them as if gazing at an old friend. "Who are you?" I asked, trying to suppress my shock. "Why are you here at this hour?" "I'm the guardian of this forest," he said without lifting his eyes. "I've been here as long as that tree over there." He gestured across the river. Atop a rocky hill stood an oak, immense, ancient, as though it had sprouted before the world began. "You're joking. That thing must be centuries old." "It's lived many lives," he said softly. "Swim across. Climb up. Touch it. You'll understand." The words still hung in the air when the space beside me was empty again. The fire crackled as if nothing had changed. I checked the tent. Anya was fast asleep. I grabbed my backpack and approached the water. The cold bit into my skin, but a few strokes in, it became bearable. On the far bank, I dressed quickly and climbed. The slope was steeper than it looked. Stones crumbled beneath my feet. I had to search for handholds, sometimes hanging by one arm, counting heartbeats. At the top, the world suddenly went still, as if I'd stepped into an empty room. In the center of the stone plateau stood the oak. Nothing else grew nearby. It had split the rock itself to exist. I stepped closer and laid my hands on the bark. It was warm, dry, rough, and inexplicably alive. I wrapped my arms around the trunk, pressed my forehead to it, trying to listen for what this great silence held. I heard it, a deep, steady sound like a heart beating far underground. Then came the visions. The tree remembered the dawn of the world, mist rising from newborn grass, fire at the foothills, the first footsteps of humans greeting pale morning light. It remembered winters where ice locked everything solid, summers where the air sang. It remembered names carved in love and cruel marks gouged when love was absent. People laughed, swore vows, said their goodbyes, right here, under its canopy, and the tree stood, listening. Its fate was to live and to remember. "Help it grow," said not a voice, but a sense, a calling. I pulled back my hands and inhaled. In my palm lay a seed, warm, surprisingly weighty. I descended carefully, as if someone invisible was guiding each step. The river no longer seemed icy, just water, just a way home. Back at the campfire, I chose a spot where dawnlight would first strike. I dug a small hole, placed the seed inside, pressed earth around it with my palm, and brought some water. For a moment, the world became translucent. The fire breathed, the river whispered, the wind barely brushed the grass. The old man reappeared by the riverbank. He looked at the fresh soil and smiled. "Now I can leave," he said. "What about the forest?" I asked. "The forest has found its quiet. Hear it?" I listened. The sounds hadn't vanished. If anything, there were more of them. A distant splash, rustling near the trunks, faint whispers between breezes, but it all blended together like a perfectly tuned instrument. "It will continue like this," said the guardian, "as long as it's remembered, as long as it grows." He stepped toward the water, and his silhouette faded into the shimmering reflection. I sat, watching the embers until sleep claimed me all at once. Morning came with the rich aroma of strong coffee. Anya had already brewed a pot. The sun was high, the river warm and clear. "Time to pack up," she said. "It's going to be a long day." I hugged her, kissed her, and then it hit me. "Take care of your child." "What child?" I almost asked, but held back. We cleaned the site, folded the tent, and hiked out. The river rustled behind us like a lullaby in farewell. A week later, Anya said, "I have news." I knew before she spoke. Her smile was the same one she wore that night in the forest when she'd said, "Here, I'm going to be a father." Sometimes I wonder if that old oak isn't up there but inside me, that the memory of the world lives in us, in anyone willing to listen, and that one tiny seed is all it takes for silence to find harmony and for life to come into focus just a little more clearly.